are you like looking at your guitar and kind of like, do you have a sense of how thick your finish is, and are you like maybe you have, are you have areas that you're suspicious of or anything like that that you're staying off of, or are you just basically trusting your process at this point?
Um, yeah, it's a great question, and it's kind of both. When I spray the guitar, I'm not spraying it necessarily evenly. Like I know areas that have been problematic for me in the past with burning through, so I'll lay quite a bit more finish on those areas. So, um, like in probably, I'd say on the back, if I have 9 coats of lacquer, um, I'll double coat the edges. So I'll have my gun at a 45 and I'll be spraying this surface right around here. And I'll do that both on the top and the back. Um, Edges of the headstock. So, areas like in here, these points, I tend to spray heavier. Um, Edge of the fingerboard. So it's kind of been this a little bit of an iterative process where, if I sand through in an area um, a couple times on successive guitars, then I'm definitely going to be changing my spray technique so that it doesn't happen.
Well,
So,
You
um,
give the edges a double coat for every of the 9 coats,
uh,
or just a few times.
yeah, no, I usually do it because I tend to spray pretty thin. Like I don't put a lot on each coat. So, yeah, I'll double coat. I'd say probably most coats, except for the last 3 coats, which are either the flash, a thinner mixture with the retarder in there. I won't double coat at that point. So, and another thing to consider is that even though each coat is really pretty light, um, I I do sanding, sessions with 400 and 600 every 3 or 4 coats. So a lot of what I'm putting on is also getting knocked back as well. And then acoustically speaking, I really don't, it doesn't bother me if the finish is thicker around the edges, the binding, um, or even the sides or really even the neck. I'm concerned about what it is on the back and then the top of the guitar. And then another way that I'll kind of monitor my finish thickness is, when I peel this tape, I'll be able to measure the finish thickness on top of the tape pretty accurately, and that's how I know that my finishes are, somewhere in that 2-3 thousandths range on the top, which I do intentionally put less finish on the top than I do the back. Um, so yeah, good question.